Ladies and gentlemen, we concluded now Altar of Champions, and I invested 3 weeks of my time, and that's like literally 3 weeks. Because I went on a crazy practice arc. I got coaching, I played 1v1s, right? So much to prepare. It started off with, Grubby. I coached him in League. So I established a relationship with Grubby, and he was looking for people. Grubby always told me, like, oh, it's very difficult to find people that are very interested in Warcraft 3, to find, like, people of equal skill balance. And he thought, okay, you told me that you played Warcraft 3 growing up, so you need to show me, like, a replay of you playing against the insane bot the first 6 minutes of the game. Basically, he told me, first send me a replay of you doing Orc, then send me a replay of playing Human. This is me playing Human. This was before the practice arc against insane bot. Holy shit. That's crazy. That build order. I'm browsing. I'm browsing the heroes. Damn. Damn, the micro though. Bro, I'm just farming green cabs. Just ran some upgrades. Why not? Oh damn, I'm pulling Milsha, bro. Damn. Damn. Bro, I'm building towers though. Kinda cold. Kinda based. Nevertheless, I sent that in, and Grubby was like, damn, he's so damn shit. I'm gonna let him play the tournament. which was cold. He's like, alright, you're in? I'm like, alright, let's do it. Let's play. I got super excited, right? Because Warcraft 3, like, I played it growing up. So that was like 20 years ago. I remembered some of the units. I remembered the heroes, of course. Like Warcraft 3. My big brother played this game a lot, and I was always watching him play. So it's like, those type of childhood memories, they are ingrained in you, They stick with you big time. So I got invited to play. I saw the opponents instantly. Like, I was like, who's Hera? It's like, oh damn, it's like the Age of Empires 2 Go. I saw Tyler 1. I heard about how well he played Warcraft 3 and how much he spammed before. I got introduced to all of the homies, I was like, damn, okay. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it properly. And I was so lucky. That I just had strong coaches reach out to me. Because my first big progression, right, was my matchup into Orc. And the first coach that worked with me thoroughly, like invested a lot of time, was Lua. I never got to play against an Orc in the tournament, which was sad. I only got to play against Tyler 1, as you guys know, on ladder. I played against Tyler 1 on ladder, which was kind of sick, right? Playing against Orc, I was so dialed in on that matchup. It was really, really good. Lua taught me the 1 base fast tech, 2 farms, 2 3 footies into fast riflemen, like priest push. And that was the first thing that actually got me to play good. That was the first time I had a build order. This was the first time I actually had a goal in the game. That was the first time I had something to do in the game. I'm sad that I get to play against Orc. I got to beat Tyler 1, which was very hype. He told me to shut the fuck up. The trash talker was really funny, And in terms of Orc, I feel like Orc was the most fair race to play against. I feel like the strength of Orc always, in my opinion, came from the fact that they have very strong heroes. I didn't think necessarily that they had really strong units. I feel like Orc is very balanced, in my opinion. I didn't think it was too OP. I think that the biggest unit, in my opinion, that is strong is Headhunters. Because I think units that you can do from tier 1 and they scale good into tier 3, because they have a very strong upgrade. I thought that those units were kind of OP, because we didn't have that as human, to be honest, right? It's like, if you think about, for example, ghouls, having Ghoul Frenzy, having that as an upgrade is crazy to me. I thought that's really, really OP. But other than that, I did feel like orc units were fairly balanced. I didn't think that anything like stood out as crazy strong. I feel like orc units were very fairly balanced. There's something I'm forgetting here. I'm looking. Is there any other orc unit that I'm forgetting? Looks good, right? Yeah, I think I would rate it like this. I'm sad that I didn't get to play against Tyler 1 in the tournament. I'm actually regretful, because obviously, like, as we went into the tournament, the clan war happened on the first day. I thought the plan, because it's like I got seeded into the team in clan war. I was put together with Tyler 1. So Tyler 1 and Hera, they were the leaders, and then Grubby made the teams. I was together with Tyler 1. I was together with Simply and Mary Maybe. You know, in terms of the opening, I'm so happy that we got Mary Maybe versus Dantes. I'm so happy that everyone kind of chipped in to make sure that the competition was correct. Like, Dantes was Mary Maybe, that was like random. That was not coordinated at all. We just sent in the headliner, the headliner.
The headliner. Today on The Headliner, there is the headliner. We have 8 the headliner.
Dantes was Mary Maybe. That shit was really, really fun. And then, of course, it was me, Tyler 1, versus Pox and Maxime. And after the game 1, I thought we were cooked, because they had a crazy game 1 plan. They they just power farmed the entire center. They had huntresses and riflemen out, you know. I thought we was cooked. I'm like, Tyler, we had the highest rated people on our team and we got boiled. And then the map changed and I expoed, and then basically Tyler, we just kind of tapped into our strengths. I played like a good macro game and Tyler played like a good early game. So he basically played a strategy. I was like, bro, just go harass them, buy me time, and I will carry by countering their units. I played like mass sorcerers. I got level 3 on my archmage and I went Blizzard. Blizzard was so crucial. Blizzard is so OP already in high population fights. So I just got fast level 3, reskilled Blizzard. I think the book was available at 720. So we like covered for each other's strengths, because I needed to micromanage Tyler 1 in the late game, but I was always so impressed. It's like, bro, you're like 1v2ing them. How are you 1v2ing them? You know, very, very good. I'm probably going to move Tauren and Spirit Breakers up. I think that they are stronger than here, and I think probably Kodo as well. I think this makes more sense as I'm looking at more units. So we managed to win. We clutched it out. I made the super big call of course doing the invis. So I told him, I said, bro, just hit the Nexus, hit the fucking main building. You need to hit the production. And he was like planning to do it front to back like a lawnmower, you know, trying to destroy every Moonwell and farm. That shit drove me insane. But in the end, we got it done, which was super, super nice. And then we had, of course, the 4v4. I think the 4v4 was just making sure that you had like the right unit compositions. I think game 2, like we kind of like mispositioned and split our armies. And then into game 3, I just made sure that I controlled the air, because I made so many gyros, but it turned out that like all the air was just frostworms, and frostworms in big quantities actually one-shot gyros. So I just made sure to do a bunch of griffins for the magic damage. But those 4v4 battles were also so fun. Like it was really, really fun to see it. And on that day, that was the day that I played the 1v1 against Hera, and he cooked me. But it's interesting how different that 1v1 was in comparison to the future finals, because then the tournament began, right? And my first matchup was against Pox. I tried to do the best strategy against Warden with the siege tanks in the opening game, but I had so little experience with the execution, so I got so fucking lost in that game. I got really, really lost. So I just went to my tried and truly. I went to 2 base, fast, like tier 2 into 80 pop army. And I just figured, I noticed Pox is like, his hero control was massive, was really insane. And I just needed to build an army as fast as possible and just make a massive push. And then my plan was against Warden specifically to just bring a bunch of scrolls of healing and scroll of immunity, depending on the skill ups. And I just figured, okay, I know how to get to 80 pop really fast. I leverage that, make a massive push. If he's on 50 bears, I'm happy. Spellbreakers are still a very good unit. And then I cover that with a castle upgrade, so I can make knights. But I guess this is a good moment to evaluate like the units from this side of Night Elf. I think bears are unbelievably broken. I think bears are really OP. I think bears cover a lot of ground and they do a lot of building damage. I think the fact that you can build bears before your tech is finished allows you to have so many bears by the time it's finished, so you can do things in unison. I think the weakness of bears, right, is the fact that you need Hunter's Hall and then Ancient of Lore, and then you can't produce workers while you're teching. But I do think that bears are just OP. I think dryads are A. The fact that they are so high move speed, and I do think that you know, Dispel, the poison, is really like a good synergy, and the fact that dryads are in the same building as the druids makes the composition so completed, you know, is insane. Other units, I don't know, I think like Huntresses are like B tier. I think like there was some scary Huntress pushes that I played against that were very freaky. Mountain Giants, I don't know, you can't, it's hard to get there, so I don't know how to evaluate them. But like when Mountain Giants are out, I do feel like they're the most broken unit in the game. But to get to them, I think is so difficult. It's like if you can get to Mountain Giants, I literally think it's the best unit in the game. But it's very, very expensive. But, so I'm gonna put it A instead of S. These ones, I don't know, I feel like these seem so expensive to make. An Ancient of Wind is such a weaker building than the other buildings, so I don't know how to kind of think about it. It's strange to me. I feel like these are just worse gargoyles. I don't know, the fact that you didn't need to make archers, and then these guys, and then Ancient of Wind. You're missing out on all the OP units, so I can't rate these things like high. Like, I don't think they are good. What else? Archers are solid. I think glaive throwers are just like the worst unit in the whole game. Like these, they are just useless. They are dog shit. Like glaive throwers are ass. Fairy dragons are solid, I think, but in a similar boat to the giants. I feel like you can outplay the fairy dragons. I do think they are a little bit strong though, because you know, so high armor. I think so high armor when they're in their form, but there does counterplay to them, so I don't think they are that rough. These guys, I think, is just a part of the push on Huntresses because of Fairy Fire that reduces your armor. I've never seen the version where they are played like anti-air or whatever, so I have a low opinion of these. Is there any other Night Elf unit here? Not really. But the first best of 3 that I played against Porks was super fun. I'm happy that I managed to pivot in my strategy. Chimera, I don't know, I just haven't seen them in game. Like, I feel like Chimera is just like a meme. I feel like Chimera is weaker than Frostworms because they can't hit air, so I don't know. I feel like Frostworm is better version of Chimera. I'm gonna put Chimera here on C. Anyhow, I played against Dantes, which was fun. I did feel like I was a little bit too mean to him. Dantes strikes me as an annoying person for me personally. You know, I understand why he's popular as a streamer. But I think that in hindsight, I was judging him too much, and I think that was unfair. And that's why, like, after the game, I wanted to bury the hatchet and apologize to him and give him props for what he did. I felt bad after, you know? I felt quite bad. Because I don't want to judge people. I don't want to judge people that watch him. I don't want to judge him for who he is. I think it's wrong, you know? It was not the right move. It did start off in a way where he's like, come, I want Yamato in the call. I want to fucking talk shit to him. And then, like, I was really mean to him there. I did the whole volume thing.
Yo, Yamato, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I got places to go and people to see,
stop.
bro.
Wait. I just need to lower your volume.
Okay,
go,
I was
go.
saying that.
Please.
Listen, Yamato, if you can make
not
this
enough.
quick...
Let me lower your volume again. Okay, go.
Sorry, I didn't know that your hearing was already that bad. You know, like 35, we'd be expecting that, so we kind of good, you know what I mean?
I'd rather be 35 me than fucking 18-year-old you, whatever the fuck you are. But I don't think Dantes is that bad. I think he's a good sport, and I think he's a good dude. It's less about, like, I know that Dantes doesn't feel bad about it. It's just that I don't want to be the type of person to judge people. Then finally we had Simply. Simply was easier for me to play against because the strategy that I won with Pox against was better against Simply. Because that strategy is against Demon Hunter specifically. Like for me, I knew what I needed to do, and on that day, I was way more locked in. I don't know, like on the last day, I played so much better than the days before. I was just like completely dialed in. My Archmage harass was clean. My creeping was clean. My faster 3 was clean. I cancelled so many Hunter's Hall. I cancelled so many Ancients of Lore, and I managed to get my Expo up. And I did it in a way where I was level 3 when I landed on the Expo, and sometimes fast expanded. I think against Warden, I needed to just put down the fast expansion and then rush with my hero, which was really grief against Warden. And then against Simply, I threw one game, I would say. I took like some bad fights, and I didn't get like the right harass, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Simply is a good sport, and it's funny, you know, I was planning to play Blood Mage, but I just forgot Blood Mage all the time. Because that was the one thing deathnote was giving me props for. It's like, your Blood Mage control 1800 rating is good. You should play Blood Mage. And then I didn't play Blood Mage. Which feels silly, you know? I feel like I won't need another tournament to execute all my plans and strategies. Anyhow, I managed to win that series, and then it was the prep work for Hera, and Hera was on a tear, bro. Like, he lost to Simply, but then he 3-0'd Simply. We saw, like, Hera had a 14-0 win streak, and Hera had a long-ass coaching session with Say So, and I knew I'm going to face a different beast. The fun part about the series was that it was so different from the first time we played, because I think I was winning every micro battle in the early game. Like, I was winning the micro battles when he was pushing with his DK, and that was what fucked me the first time we played. Like, I was never letting my hero get trapped. I was like positioning better with my units. I was killing his ghouls and so forth. But something that he noticed in his pattern, right, is he noticed like my weaknesses on main. He noticed like my weaknesses on the timing pushes. I was a little bit too defensive and then aggressive at wrong times, clearing camps at wrong times. There was always like something that I missed in the building of my buildings. As we were facing off against each other with the same kind of build plans all the time, I do think that he was adapting to what I was doing and hitting my weaknesses. Like, I was very locked in, you know, and he was also very, very dialed in. Like, obviously, he did a fucking fantastic job. Like, some people were saying, it's like, oh, the lights were too bright. No. I was very locked in. My only regret was that I didn't pivot strategies to make him uncomfortable. I think, like, after 2-0, the brilliant move would have been to go one base in game 3, because he would just think about how to beat my base push, right? Getting my expansion up was always easy. Like, in this series, in particular, I always got my expansion up, and I was generating a lot of gold. It was, I did a good job in that department. But there was always something I forgot. That's the hard part about that tier 3 expo thing, is like, there's always something that can fuck up your whole game. Whether it's towers, whether it's repair, whether it's shop timing, blacksmith timing, lumber management, tier 3 timing, hero timing, creeping, not creeping. There's so much pain there, you know, so much pain there. Because I looked at those games and I always look back and saw, like, what did he offer to the table at minute 7? And I would always have bigger armies than him, always. And I would make him waste time with his DK running around. But fair play to Hera, man. The eye of the tiger. Hera was really, really locked in. I was very locked in, though. Like, I did some insane micro shit game 1 and 2. I was feeling myself. I was in the zone. I think I need to just pivot strategies. That I think that would have given me the edge that I needed to win on that day. But Hera adapted and got better and better, 100%. We should rate the units of Undead. I think Fiends are like A tier. They're quite slow, so like without Unholy Hour, I think they're kind of ass. Maybe the B tier. I think Ghouls, in my opinion, are S tier. The Gaba Ghoulies. I think Militia is S tier, 100%. Militia is broken. I think Riflemen are like A tier. I would say S tier Riflemen. They're really, really good. Human has some fucking good units, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I think Priests are broken too. I think that Statues and Destroyers are S tier, 100%. I think Griffins are like B tier. They're very like specific. I think Footmen are A tier. I think Defend upgrade is giga broken. Maybe Grunts should be higher. Nah. Mortars, let's put B tier. Knights A tier. I would even put Knights. I would put Sorks B tier. Because like upgrades are pretty like soft, but Invis is really strong. Polymorph is just kind of dead. Spellbreakers is A tier. I feel like what Human loses in not having an agility hero is like, I think it's the same for Undead and Human, is that what we lose in having agility heroes, we get in like some unit strength that is very good. I think Abominations are like they're definitely the worst version of Knights and Taurans in my opinion, but their disease cloud is pretty fucking strong. I think Siege Tanks, like B tier. I think necromancers are like B tier. I think these are tied together. I think gargoyles also B tier. Phosworms B tier. I think dragonhawks B tier. Gyros A tier. Banshee B tier. And then this is like whatever, right? Like I've never felt like this is a problem, so I'm gonna put the C tier, but that's usually because I always have gyros into undead. This is where I would land. Let's do for heroes too. I think that the most broken hero in the game, in my opinion, the two most broken heroes in the game, I would say is DK, and then I would say Demon Hunter. Where's Demon Hunter? I would Demon Hunter first though. I would put Archmage right here. Archmage, Farseer, Lich, MK, Paladin, I think Shadow Hunter, Beastmaster C tier, Priestess of the Moon C tier, Keeper of the Grove B tier, Panda A tier, Dreadlord D tier, Warden I would put like C tier. I don't think Warden's that good. Warden's A tier. I mean TC is A tier. I would say that I would put Urnero here on B tier as well. I think Pit Lord A tier, Blood Mage B tier, Alchemist. It's like C tier, so specific. I think Lady Vashi is B tier. Maybe A tier, honestly. B tier. Crypt Lord. I don't know. I feel like Crypt Lord, I don't think it's that good. I just compare it to Lich and DK, and I think that it's not good enough. I think Dark Ranger and Techies, this would be my hero tier list. I don't know. I feel like Blade Master gets so cooked by this spell, but it could be like just because of my matchup. Obviously, this is through the lens of human. I think DH is imbalanced. Panda, probably I move down. Panda, I move down. The thing is, I have this fat guy high because I think it's a really strong third hero. Anyhow, we should... the tournament was amazing. Special shout out once again to like everyone involved. Like I didn't give a shout out to, for example, Back to Warcraft, Neo, Soul Apeman, always watching the commentary was super fun. All of the cast members, Grubby of course, legend for making the tournament. People asking me, are we going to play more Warcraft 3? Warcraft 3, I'm in love with Warcraft 3. I might have to play Age of Empires soon, and Utrecht is coming for Riftbound. So I'm gonna play less Warcraft 3, but I'm in love with this game. So I'm hoping that I get to play show matches. I'm hoping that I get to play. Maybe I do like a 2000 elo push. It will have to, you know, wait in the future. If I have to wait in the future. But it was an amazing tournament. It was a blessing in every way possible. Deathnote, Hailua, Leon, like the amount of help they gave me to improve, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere close to how good I became without them. Not anywhere close. But yeah, that's the finish of my temporary Warcraft 3 journey, guys. That's the finish of my temporary Warcraft 3 journey. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to the community. Thank you to all the coaches. Thank you to all the competitors. Big thank you to Grubby. The Warcraft 3 community is goated, bro. It's goated. We will stay in touch. Maybe not in this next month, because I got Riftbound Utrecht, and also I have I need to play Age of Empires too. But after that, maybe me and deathnote, we're gonna make a climb together to 2K. Maybe we play 2v2. Maybe we do something. I'm going to Utrecht for Riftbound. So I really want to do well in that tournament because I'm very interested in Riftbound and I want to get involved in that scene and do content on that side too. So there's that.